everybody. This is Sarah with Cincy Area Local Businesses, and today I have Kelly Dagenhart with Paradise Donuts and Independence, and it sounds like her dog is going to be joining us as well.
Yes, lucky
Hi,
me.
Kelly. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, how are you?
Good,
You're
thank you.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, we're excited. I hear we've got a big week coming up, and so I can't wait to hear about it.
Me
So,
too.
tell me a little bit about how, why you decided to get into the donut business, or a little bit about your background and how this all got started.
So I moved to Independence almost 3 years ago, and I lived in Burlington before that.
Okay.
And there was a Paradise Donuts in Hebron that I
Mhm.
frequented a lot. But when I moved to Independence, I found that there was no local donut shops to go buy treats on like Saturday morning. I was working as a teacher at the time,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just like, we need a donut shop. We need a donut shop. And I kept running that over in my head. And then I decided that I was going to open a donut shop. I was going to leave teaching and start on this new venture, and got the ball rolling. And then here
Wow.
we
So
are.
that's quite a career change, isn't it? To go from teaching, what grade did you teach?
I've taught fifth grade and seventh grade.
Okay. To go from teaching to opening up a donut shop.
Yes, I do have a background in business as well. That was my first degree in
Mm-hmm.
operations management.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done things like that before.
Okay. So how long has Paradise Donuts in Independence actually been open?
We've been open since January of this year.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then you had to shut down in April, is that right?
Yes, we shut down the end of March and then reopened in the beginning of May.
Okay. Okay. So tell me about the process of this donut making. That's always, I love donuts, so I want to, want to hear how they're made.
It's a long process. You wouldn't think that you know, that you could just make more donuts every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I go in at about 10 o'clock every night to get started, and we start making the cake donuts. And cake donuts are made from a batter that
Mm-hmm.
looks just like cake batter, and we drop them in the fryer using a depositor. And those can usually go pretty quick, but the process of the yeast, the raised donuts, is about 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So we start mixing the yeast around midnight, and that mixes for about 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has to rest and rise for a minimum of 25 minutes. Then once that rises, we separate out the big dough into smaller little dough buns, and then that has to rest for another 10 minutes. And then once that's rested, we start rolling them out and cutting them into the
Mm-hmm.
shapes that we want them to be.
Okay.
And then they go into the proofer for 35 minutes. And once they've proofed in the proofer, we can start frying and decorating them.
Wow. So what is one of the most, how many types of donuts do you actually have there?
Oh gosh, I don't even know if I can count.
Do
Um,
you change them daily?
yeah, we do. We have our typical flavors that we always have.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always have an old fashioned, but we can change the flavors. So we've done orange old fashions, typical buttermilk. We've done
Right.
lemon, salted caramel,
Oh, wow.
carrot cake. We always do a vanilla cake donut with a variety of toppings, and that
Mm-hmm.
is unlimited. It's whatever my decorator wants to do that day.
Mm-hmm.
We usually do a blueberry, a chocolate. We do a birthday cake flavor, and then sometimes I could do red velvet or orange or
Mm-hmm.
strawberry or
Wow.
whatever we feel like doing that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So,
the yeast donuts, there's a variety of different shapes as well, and
uh-huh.
it's just a matter of what we want to
What you
do
feel
that
like
night.
doing that day.
Yeah.
That's fun. So what is one of the most popular type flavor of donuts that you sell?
Salted caramel old fashions are pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
But with the yeast, I would say the Bavarian cream, like the custard filled one,
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
super popular. Um,
Do,
our
do you have,
donut holes are really popular.
oh yeah.
Sorry.
Well, don't, you can never go wrong with donut holes either. Actually,
Right.
that's what my daughter always wants to get. Um, and then she doesn't finish them, so I get to. Um,
Thanks.
So Independence is such a tight-knit community. I feel, has the community really rallied around and supported you, and what kind of community involvement are you all doing, or is it just you've only been open for a few months? Have you really had the time to get involved?
The community has been amazing.
Mhm.
There's some really fantastic people that live in the community. We have some regulars that were really sad when we closed, but understood the
Right.
reasons behind it. And then we're right back there when we opened back up. So it's been fantastic being in
Good,
Independence.
good,
Um,
good.
and I like to, I've been trying to support the community as much as I can. Being a new business and all,
Hmm.
I've supported the Little Pioneers basketball teams. Um, and then a lot of other things have come up that I haven't quite been able to get my hands in to help yet because I
Hmm.
haven't been in a place financially to support them. But I'm hoping in the future that I'll be able to support many more local organizations.
I think that right now it's just such a crazy time, with the coronavirus pandemic going on, and things shutting down and people not being able to go out. And then, of course, now with everything else that's going on in the
Right.
city, I think that it's just such a unique time for a business to to open. And kudos to you for being able to open back up. And I know that you've got a big week coming up, so why don't you tell us about this week? I'm going to go to your Facebook page, and why don't you go ahead and
Okay.
tell us about the week that you're going to have?
Well, this Friday, June 5th, is National Donut Day.
That's
So
exciting.
leading up to June 5th, we are going to be doing a promotion that for every dozen that you purchase, your name goes into a pool. So you get one ticket to go in, one entry, I guess I should say. And then
Mm-hmm.
on Friday, I'm going to be picking multiple winners for a free dozen as well.
Nice.
I know the Declarations, Independence Declarations, is going to be having a new magazine coming out. And there's going to be a coupon in there.
Wow, very
And
nice.
then on National Donut Day as well, we are going to be giving away a free donut for anyone who stops in. So even if you don't want to buy a donut, you can still stop in and get your free donut on
Is there a
Friday.
certain kind that you're doing free?
We're going to have options of vanilla cake that's either glazed, powdered sugared,
Mm-hmm.
cinnamon sugared, or plain.
Okay. So why don't you tell me, what is your address?
We are at 2044 Harris Pike in
Mm-hmm.
Independence. We're in the
Okay.
strip with Donato's and Wits, and between Aldi's, like the
Okay.
Aldi's and the Dollar
Yeah.
General.
Okay. If I wanted to pre-order, is that something I can do, and how would I do that?
Yes, you can actually go to our website.
Mhm.
You can get through it on Facebook, or you can go to www.paradise-donuts-ind.com, and you can
Okay.
pre-order your donuts there.
And then Kelly, for all of our businesses that are listening right now, do you do any type of catering, or can you do donuts to support like a breakfast meeting, a large breakfast meeting, a conference, things like that?
Absolutely. I would just need to know the night before so I know how much to make.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's not even a 24-hour notice, but that's awesome.
Nope.
Well,
Yep.
good.
Just before I get started baking, I would need to know.
Okay, well, great. Well, so you're on Facebook. It's Paradise Donuts Independence. You can be found there. And then your website is what? www.
The www.paradise-donuts-ind.com.
And then we will also put that on at the top here of this so they can see that. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait
Oh,
to get
thank you
out
for having
there.
me.
I will probably be out there for National Donut Day, if not earlier.
Yay.
But thank you so much for joining us, and everybody check it out. I mean, I know that the Paradise Donuts in Hebron, I've been there a couple times. I used to live in Hebron, and so I can't
Yeah.
wait to try this one out here in Independence. It's
Yes.
nice to have a community donut shop because you're not like the chain. You're not going to Kroger's or
Right.
But you're not going to certain places and buying the certain types of donuts. That's exciting. So thank you very much
No.
for your time. And
Thank you.
everyone, don't forget to check her out. Thank you so much.